in the upcoming elections. Despite facing significant economic challenges and a decline in public support, it is anticipated that Egypt's President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi will secure a third term since assuming power in 2014, following a coup against the democratically elected leader Mohamed Morsi. Sisi has focused on maintaining stability and security, albeit amidst Egypt's most severe economic crisis in recent times. Today, we are going to discuss why Egypt's economic stability is on the verge of collapse. Under Sisi's rule, democracy has stagnated and at times been characterized as farcical. In the previous election in March 2018, the government employed tactics such as intimidation and threats of arrest to prevent viable opposition candidates from challenging Sisi, resulting in his landslide victory with 97% of the votes. During the lead-up to the 2023 election, an important opposition figure, Ahmad Tantawi, withdrew from the race in October, citing difficulties in obtaining the necessary endorsements. However, his supporters argued that Egyptian authorities obstructed their efforts to provide endorsements. Presently, Tantawi and several individuals associated with his campaign are facing legal proceedings. Sisi has positioned himself as the leader who will revive Egypt's waning prominence on the regional and international arenas since becoming office. This narrative has been weakened by the economic crisis, which has made the nation dependent on international financial institutions and partner nations. Egypt has altered its foreign policy over the past 10 years as a result of its belief that Washington is now less inclined to aid Egyptian authorities following the 2011 overthrow of President Hosni Mubarak, who was backed by the US. Cairo has, albeit with some difficulties, strengthened its relationships with China and Russia while relying more on its regional allies Israel, the United Arab Emirates, and Saudi Arabia. The government finds itself in a precarious situation with respect to the Hamas-Israel battle, which commenced on October 7. Because of its tight cooperation with Israel, Egyptians anticipate a more accommodative stance from their leadership towards the Palestinians, despite Egypt's pivotal role in upholding Israel's blockade of Gaza since 2007. Cairo is under pressure, even though it would undoubtedly prefer to keep out of the crisis because it is the only country bordering the beleaguered enclave that is not under Israeli control. Egypt is in the process of constructing several notable projects, including the mosque, which ranks as the world's second largest by total area. Additionally, Egypt is embarking on the construction of a new headquarters for its defense ministry, dubbed the Octagon, touted as the largest defense complex globally. Over the period spanning 2008 to 2023, Egypt's defense budgets amounted to $103.6 billion in constant 2015 US dollars. Notably, between 2016 and 2020, there was a substantial increase of 136% in the import of major arms compared to the preceding period of 2011 to 2015. While historically reliant on the United States for military equipment, Egypt has diversified its arms procurement by signing deals with France, Italy, Russia, among others. In 2015, Egypt entered an agreement with Russia for the construction of 4 nuclear reactors at Dabao, situated along the northern coast. Although facing delays due to the COVID-19 pandemic and Russia's involvement in the Ukraine conflict, despite the ongoing war in Ukraine, Egypt's collaboration with Russia remains largely unaffected. According to a leaked top-secret intelligence document on the Discord app, Egypt was reportedly clandestinely planning, as of February 2023, to manufacture 40,000 rockets for Russia. Since the coup d'etat in 2013, Egypt's military has expanded its influence to unprecedented levels, significantly reshaping the economy and infiltrating various sectors, such as transportation, telecommunications, and media. Notably, a company jointly owned by the Ministry of Defense has been awarded contracts for significant projects like the construction of the new administrative capital, alongside an economic authority under the Ministry of Housing, Utilities, and Urban Communities. This increased military involvement in civilian affairs has facilitated the emergence of patronage networks. Egypt's Gulf allies, particularly Kuwait, Saudi Arabia, and the UAE, have extended substantial financial support to President Sisi's regime. viewing him as a stabilizing force in the region. A research paper by the IISS in October 2023 revealed that Gulf bailouts to Egypt since the 1960s amounted to $107.9 billion in constant 2020 US dollars, with over half of it coming from Saudi Arabia. Raya has also shown willingness to engage in bilateral trade with Cairo using local currencies. Egypt's debt to GDP ratio has soared from 69.6% in 2010 to 92.7% in 2023, exacerbated by a chronic shortage of foreign currency. In efforts to alleviate debt burdens, the government has scaled back its social welfare programs, leading to a decline in government spending from approximately 11.5% of GDP in 2016 to under 7.3% in 2022. The reduction or removal of subsidies, particularly on fuel and bread, has sparked discontent, further exacerbated by additional taxes such as value-added taxes. Notably, a fare hike for the metro in 2018 triggered rare public protests, met with forceful crackdowns by security forces. Egypt managed to navigate through the COVID-19 pandemic without resorting to a complete lockdown, but its economy suffered significantly due to the disruption caused by Russia's invasion of Ukraine in 2022. The country's heavy reliance on wheat imports from both Russia and Ukraine exacerbated the impact. In order to qualify for an IMF loan, Egypt further devalued its currency, resulting in a loss of more than half of its value since February 2022. Sharp inflation has also plagued the nation, reaching a record year-on-year high of 39.7% in August 2023, with unofficial estimates suggesting even higher figures, possibly close to 100%. Official statistics indicate a more than 70% increase in food prices in the 12 months following August 2022, pushing much of the population into poverty or near poverty. Egypt's currency crisis echoes the situation in Lebanon, which has been grappling with a severe economic downturn since 2019. Reports and images circulating on social media depict Egyptian citizens resorting to weighing their savings to convert them into gold. The government's efforts to control the black market for US dollars have proven ineffective, exacerbating the currency crisis. Some banks have restricted or blocked the use of debit cards abroad, adding strain to national foreign currency reserves. President Sisi, once hailed as the country's savior, has seen a significant decline in popularity amid the economic downturn. Even his supporters have grown weary of his nationalist rhetoric and insistence on sacrificing individual well-being for the supposed national good, interpreting it as a refusal to take responsibility for the crisis. Sisi's remarks during his announcement of candidacy for re-election in October drew controversy, as he seemed to downplay the severity of hunger and deprivation in pursuit of progress and development. That's all about today's video. If you like this video, don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel. Also, press the bell icon to get notified of our upcoming videos. Let us know your opinion in the comments section below.